Hey guys, so time for another update in our situation here in Morocco. As you see from the last video, we've been moved to this parking lot near the port of Tanger Med. It's actually not in the port itself. On our way here, we actually drove clear past the port of Tanger Med. It's the town just past it. It's basically like the first exit that you can get off. You kind of loop around this freeway highway off-ramp, and then you end up at this big asphalt parking lot. It looks pretty new, and the Morocco government have actually built out this entire infrastructure for us, so that's amazing. Actually, we are really grateful for everything that the Moroccan government has done to make it safe and sustainable for us. They've brought in water. It looks like there's city water being piped into a pedestal over there, and from there they brought in like these containers that are bathrooms, a men's bathroom and a women's bathroom side by side, and there's somebody there cleaning it, making sure it's maintained. And they even brought in like two little huts, also made of containers or something like portable buildings. One is like a bakery, selling bread and baked goods and pastries, and one next to it is like a little store selling fresh vegetables, water, milk, those kinds of basic like grocery supplies. So that's all been really good. And all day yesterday, we got here pretty late, but since we're here, they've also been adding more infrastructure. They put standalone porta potties. There's about, a dozen or so of them lined up over here. I'm not sure how many people are using them. There is like storm drains that are on this side, our side of the parking lot. So we're actually in the very, very back corner, and there's storm drains near us, and then there's these manhole covers sort of all along this side of the parking lot. And I think what's happening is that people all along here, they're just emptying their gray water and they're emptying their black water into the manhole covers, and that unfortunately kind of trickles down towards us, and then it exits into a small little concrete canal that leads out to the highway over here. So what was bad is for a little while, we had to do this actually. There's a lot of rocks and debris that are in this concrete canal that's clogging up the flow. So all this dirty water was building up, and you could smell it. Was really bad, and we actually had to get in there. I didn't have to do it, actually. I didn't do it. Our neighbor Simon, he's been really helpful. He took shovels, little small shovels, and dug a channel and removed some of the debris so it could drain a little bit better. So now it's flowing out that way. But before that, black water was building up. You can tell people were emptying their cassettes down there, which is kind of a bad deal. But it's a better situation than the last one, which is, before people left that place, they just emptied their cassettes on the ground. So I mean people do some crazy things, I guess, in bad situations. The positive sides are that we have facilities here now. We have water, we have a way to empty our toilets, and we have a way to buy food. We're secure. There's a lot of security people here. There's we see like auxiliary forces from Morocco, and I'm assuming these are sort of people that get called into duty in situations like this. They're not armed, they just have little batons that they wear on their belt, but they're sort of walking around, making sure people are behaving in an orderly way, and making sure people aren't just like getting out. You can go, what we heard is that you can leave if you want. They don't want you to just walk out and do stuff and then come back and infect people, obviously. So what they want you to do is get a pass to leave, and every time you use your pass to leave, you have to get a new one afterwards. So they're keeping track of how many people are leaving, and when they leave, they're not just letting people go wherever they want. I think there's several reasons for people to leave. There's no ATM here. There's no way to get cash. So if you want to get food from the supply store over here, you have to use Moroccan dirhams, and we're running low on that, but we still have enough supplies right now to use, and we don't have to buy anything yet. But I think at some point we'll have to go get some cash. I'm not sure exactly how that will work, so we got to figure that out. The second thing is we're not really sure what will happen when it comes to repatriation. We know that by coming over here, we've given up any chances of trying to get into Ceuta in the Spanish enclave and then taking a ferry there. And even since we've been here, we've heard stories about people there who are not doing real well. The people that did get through, they're waiting in a 5-kilometer queue to try and get on a boat, and it's not happening. But I don't really know what's true and what's not true. But the only thing that matters to us right now is the welfare of the people here. There are a lot of people here. There's like I said, everybody who was at the other one got moved over here. So now there's 400 to 500 campers lined up side by side. They ran some heavy gauge electrical, I'm guessing like power line wires around the perimeter, but they've not connected them to power yet, so nobody has power. We're fine, we don't need it. But other people have been running their engines to charge their batteries, I guess, if they're running low on power. And it could be a problem for us because it's supposed to rain starting Monday. So in a few days, I think we're gonna have some power deficits. So we'll see what happens then, if the power gets turned on by then or not. We are still in communications with the Croatian embassy in Rabat, and they don't really have any news for us. And as far as we know, we're just here to wait it out. No one we can tell is sick, but we're still keeping our distance away from them. My main concern right now is what happens if somebody is sick here and infects people that are here. Because people are in their little cliques, and then within their little cliques, they are interacting. I think they're not touching each other as much anymore, or at all, hopefully, but they're not keeping 6-foot distance away, so that's a little concerning. Most people here are retirees, so they're of the high risk age. So I am concerned that if somebody does have it here and they pass it along to a lot of people, that there's a lot of at-risk people here. So just in case we are asymptomatic carriers, we don't want to be that person or those people to infect others. So we're keeping to ourselves. And we've actually, secured this little corner in the back and trying to get people to not walk through here, but people still do. The end of the day is we're here now. We are sustainable. As far as I can tell, there's still a couple of kinks to work out. So once we figure that out, we'll be here for the long haul. We'll be here until repatriation can happen, meaning that we're going to be able to get on a ferry to go back. As far as I know, there's still some discussions, but very unlikely that we're going to get out of here before officially everybody can get out of here. So we could be here for weeks, if not months. And just psychologically and mentally, I don't know how easy that would be for people here, and especially if people start to get really sick. And if it is in this camp, which, personally, I would imagine that it is here. We just don't know it because I don't know where everybody came from. I imagine everybody came from all different parts of Morocco, and some places have more viruses than others. Where we were, there was actually, the campground we were at, there was a couple of cases in a small surfing town like 3 to 5 kilometers from us. So we know that it was down there somewhere, but how isolated it is, we don't know. They do have like a fire engine, I think an ambulance here just in case something happens. So the Moroccans have a lot of logistics figured out here. So we don't know how much of that they can handle if it does start to look bad. Obviously, the ideal situation is that before the incubation period ends, before people have actual symptoms, they can get to obviously contact-free ways to get to wherever they need to go without making any contact. And then if they get sick, their country can take care of their illness. One of the big concerns for us, and one of the main reasons why we ever decided to leave, was that we didn't want to be a burden to the healthcare system of Morocco. If they have problems, they should save those capacities for their citizens. But at this point, it's too late for that. We can't get out anymore, so we're stuck here. That's the update from here. This is sort of a Moroccan camper van location that they've secured for us, and we're really, really appreciative of that. We slept really good last night, finally, because we're not on the side of the street with cars zipping by us anymore. And we know that there's running water here, there's a place to empty our toilets, so at least those concerns are alleviated. But I will come back to you guys with more updates if there's more things to share, and hope you guys are staying safe out there. Stay inside, don't go anywhere. We are essentially all quarantined in this space, and hopefully everybody here stays healthy. So I'll see you guys in the next video.